Ladies, find you a man that can do both. Babe irons all my clothes. Thank you, baby.
Don't get used to it.
I'm already used to it.
Happy birthday, dear Tracy. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Tracy. Happy birthday to you.
What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News. Oh, look at Rachel. Rachel was like, I'm going back to my man. I'm not going to stay away any longer. I see you, girl. Go and get your boo. but it was like, what? 24, less than 24 hours, she's back with Bryan. As you can see, they were, driving around and getting it and having a nice night together, a nice romantic night together. And he's so sweet, ironing her clothes and, of course, spending time with family. That's all basically his mom was saying. She's back in town. They're celebrating his cousin's birthday, as you guys saw in the clip. This is a cousin right here that was at the engagement festivities. And so that's her, and it's just nice to see Rachel with the family and they're all getting along, and she looks beautiful wearing the dress that he was ironing. And Bryan also took Rachel to his mother's job to meet her co-workers. So it was like a surprise because a lot of women watch the show and are fans of Rachel, and then of course Bryan now also being a celebrity, so that was cool for him to do that, for his mother to surprise her and also surprise her co-workers. And this video is not going to be all about Rachel and Bryan, not because of the lack of content, but because I really wanted to talk about this other situation. But Bryan, broke his one-day social media silence, and he posted some images from the engagement party. These are his favorite images. He says, I'm going to insert them here. Some of them you've probably seen and some of them you haven't. But yeah, man, they're back together. They're stronger, getting stronger, laying that firm foundation for the relationship and just enjoying each other and being happy. And of course, I'm going to upload part 6 of more content of just them. But I wanted to talk about this situation with Demario. Most of you are aware Demario is a guy from the Bachelorette, the one that was on the show for 2 seconds because his ex came on the show talking about they were in a relationship before he came there, all that stuff. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. And so he left the show. He's not having no luck with reality TV, man, because after the Bachelorette, he got a second shot at it, Bachelors in Paradise, and that also didn't go so great because there was this whole sexual allegations and situations going on where he was in the pool within minutes of being on the show, and he and this girl, they were tipsy and just having a good old time, and something sexual happened, and because of alcohol being involved, people felt like, was it consensual between 2 adults, or did sexual assault happen? And after investigation and all of that, he did not commit a crime. They were both adults that got drunk and had a moment, and that was it. But instead of him focusing on what he had going on, and he was crying and all that in this interview, which I can't include in here because of copyrights, but let's focus on what he had to say about Rachel, okay? So basically during his interview, he said you could just tell that she, meaning Rachel, just wasn't interested in any of the black guys. All right, so he continued, I was only there for 2 weeks in the house. From the beginning, you knew that she was attracted to white men. You knew that. No disrespect, you just knew she had that vibe. He continued, from night 1, we all sat down, all the guys, and I said, they're going to have a black representative, either myself or Eric, and they are going to have Dean, Peter, and Bryan as the final 4. All right, okay, Miss Cleo, call me now. If you guys don't know who Miss Cleo reference is, just type it in YouTube and watch her videos. The fake Jamaican lady, yeah. Anyways, back to the story. Demario over here predicting stuff. just for the fact that I feel like Eric and I both have, we have different but similar personalities, and we are both like, it's just pretty good for TV. He continues, it's either me, the wild and crazy black guy, or it's going to be the very spiritual, down-to-earth, positive, motivating guy. And so that's what he had to say about the show, and then he kept talking. What is portrayed out here is this sweet, nice, caring, compassionate girl, but it was like the total opposite. Ooh, he's bashing. Go in. There were times in the episode where you could tell that she just wasn't interested in any of the black guys. Ooh, you already said that 20 times. I remember one specific episode where she had her one-on-one with Kenny, and Kenny was telling her about his daughter, and she's just sitting there with this unbothered look. And then you see her talk to Dean, and she just like head over heels. You can kind of tell. Well, Kenny don't have no problem with Rachel, because there goes Kenny, daughter, and Rachel smiling, having a good time. You can tell that Rachel was upset with the whole Kenny and Lee situation. Rachel was also upset because here she is looking for love. She respects the fact that Kenny have a daughter and all of that, and she could see the hurt and pain in his face from missing his daughter, and she's just sitting there thinking about, should I even keep this man around? I know that he's out here trying to find a great role model for his daughter, but it's also breaking his heart because he's not there, for her. So all of those things are going through her mind. It's not because he was this black guy, this guy. But anyway, so after he said all of that in the interview, Rachel basically, went on Instagram and she said that, you know what, he does not know me, he doesn't know anything about me, and I'm not even going to feed into it. And that's basically where Rachel left it at. She didn't go into no details. She didn't give him any kind of long explanation. She said, says the guy that dated Lexi. Demario never knew me and still doesn't. All right, Rachel, clap back, girl. So anyways, Demario stayed on, the interview and continued to talk about situation. He denied ever knowing, Lexi. He said, Lexi was a girl I really just strictly knew from Bubble. I couldn't tell you what she did. I knew she went to Santa Monica College. She's from Vancouver. I don't know if she's trying to be an actress. I don't know if she's trying to get into any of that. And then he continued, Demario is hilarious. For someone accusing Lexi for wanting to be an actress, and that's why she came on the show, and this is the other show was your second show, so you're doing the same thing. And for someone who claiming that you didn't know her, but you know what college she went to and all of that, boy, bye. Not disrespecting Bryan at all. Great guy. He was focused, locked in on Rachel the whole entire time. Much love to him, much love to her, and I hope they have beautiful little mixed baby. Shade, he had to add the mix. Okay, well, that's the read. This is my thing about Demario. Demario cut that vibe from Rachel because that is his vibe, okay? He was on that show because he wanted to be on TV, and he was hoping to end up on the other show. Because the girl that showed up, this is not me. I love is love. Demario is coming for Rachel because he's feeling his vibe. The girl that walked into the gym wasn't black. We all saw her, okay? She wasn't black. The girl that you went through the situation with in the pool wasn't black either. So you don't even date women. From what we've seen, maybe you do, but from what we've seen on TV, since you want to judge Rachel based on what you saw, let's talk about what we saw. From what we've seen from you, the two chicks that you've publicly messed with, their complexion does not match yours. So you're basically speaking on your vibe and what you do and putting that on Rachel. Now, most of you that saw the show saw Rachel with Will, and Will was honest with her and said, I normally don't date black women because I wasn't around that a lot. And Rachel said, hey, we both grew up the same. However, I still didn't put myself in a box. I dated outside of my race. I dated within my race. I'm very diverse. So, and my thing is, Bryan is from Colombia or whatever, Demario is focused on like skin color and all of that. I just feel like she fell in love with who she fell in love with. And I'm not whatever the case might be, love who you want to love and all of that. But my thing is, the show is over. If you're still hurt, let that hurt go. I can't fault him, for speaking his mind and talking about, how he feel like. We can, shut people's feelings down. But I just think, leave Rachel alone. Let it go. You've like bashed her enough and said enough. Whether she like black guys or not, she's happy with Bryan, and like you said, just let them be happy and go on and have mixed babies. This guy, oh my goodness. Anyways, my Vina loves, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm glad that Rachel and Bryan are back together and having fun and loving each other and all that good stuff. And I'm going to post part 6 probably in a few days. Wishing you all an amazing day, my Vina love, and remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.